Hey guys, welcome to the Relationship Plug. I'm your host, Monica, and I'm here with my co host, Alex, and we're here to talk about different relationship topics. This is actually part two. We kind of had to split the video because the first one was too long, so we're going to continue with part two and continue with the questions that we had. So we're just going to go and dive right into it, and we're not going to waste any time. So our next topic is deepening the relationship, okay? And our first question is going to be, how do you express love, right? And how do you prefer to receive it? It's a good question.
Yeah. How do I express love?
And prefer to receive it.
Yes. Most of the times, how you express love towards people, not just your partner, is what you also expect them to do in return. But most of the times it doesn't go that way. But, for my partner, I love to give gifts. I love to, give surprises. I love to encourage you. I love to tell you things that makes you feel, good, makes you feel better, makes you encourage you, words of affirmation, encouragement, be there for you, give you assurance like I am here for you. I mind going nowhere. We're doing this together. You understand? Encourage you and always there to look out for you. I put my partner first because I can't eat if she has not eaten. I try to make sure that there is something for her to eat. I love to cook though, for your information. I love to cook. So I try to make things available, make assurance, and I'm always there. I always try my best to, look out for my partner, not just my partner, look out for her own family as well, where she come from, try to show them care, show love, show care, and, always there. That's me. And everything I give is what I would like to get back to. You understand? Because if you give out something, you want to, not like you're expecting it back, but in return, you would also love to be loved, love to be respected, love to be encouraged, So I respect my wife, I respect my partner, I encourage her, I'm always there to meet her needs. That's what I do.
Yeah, and he definitely has not fallen short. So everything is true in the way that he shows and expresses love. Like, he will make sure that I eat. So I won't make sure that I eat, right? So it's like, oh, I didn't eat today. It is what it is. But no, he will be like, you need to eat today. And I love that about him. Like, he definitely cares about me. And I feel that every day. He definitely thinks about me, considers me, and I need that. Yeah, and that's one of the things that I adore and love about him, the way that he shows up for my family, or wants to shower my family in love in his own way. He considers I feel like, don't judge me, don't judge me, but he considers my parents more than I consider my parents, okay? But I love that about him because he's teaching me and showing me how to do that and how to be more consistent in that. Yeah, I learn a lot from him. I do. I learn a lot from how he loves me and how he's a giver. Yeah, he's a giver. And I think he just is very empathetic and he cares a lot. And he doesn't want to see people down. He doesn't want to see people suffering. So I definitely think he likes to show up that way and definitely fill in the gap and fill in the void. And honestly, that's how I want to receive love. So the receiving love part, he definitely does it and checks the box in ways that I didn't know I needed, for sure. And I thank God for him, and I thank God for that, to have a partner who does show up in that way. And I really, really do appreciate it and love him, and is very much grateful that God literally sent him my way, because I don't have to question if he loves me. I don't have to doubt if he respects me, like he does. And he shows that in how he acts and his behaviors. Okay, so how I express love. I'm a giver too. I show up for the people that I love, sometimes at my own expense, sometimes too much, to the point where I'll be like exhausted. Like I'll go far and beyond, okay, for the people that I love and care about. Like even when we first started dating, he's like, that's like the location, that's not too far. I'm like, yeah. Not that it doesn't matter to me, but if I like love this person or if I'm interested in this person, like distance isn't going to stop me. It is definitely not going to stop me. Even when it came to like one of my siblings, like, he was going through something and I'm in New Jersey and he was like, I think in like DC at that time. Yeah, no, I got on the road and I went and checked on my sibling because like the distance doesn't bother me. If you need me, I'm there and I'm going to show up and however you need me to show up. But I, like him, love to encourage people, love to try to speak life into people. I try not to burden him or like put too much on him. So like, I am an emotional person. And like, he works very, very hard. And to be honest, I really don't even expect much from him. So I try my hardest not to weigh him down with too much and stress him out. And I think that's due to, honestly, because of God, just learning how to be content with things and then being independent. And sometimes too independent is not good either. Definitely being in this marriage is teaching me how to have a partner, that it's okay to not be as dependent, that it's okay to ask him for stuff if I need something. Like, I don't even like to do that. Like, if I really, really need something, it's like, ugh.
Remember, I used to tell you, you're no longer single anymore. You have a partner.
Yeah.
You've been telling me you don't know how to ask. You're not just asking a stranger. This is your husband you're asking. So you gotta feel free to ask when you need something.
Yeah, but I'm like so conscientious that like I'd never want to like burden you, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes, like he said earlier, like he's gonna show up in a way that he needs to show up for me, especially if it's whatever I need. So he often reassures me like it's okay to ask for stuff. Not that I don't think it's never okay to ask for stuff. I just think in my mind, like, I don't want to take from him, or I don't want to do anything that's gonna like hurt him. And when I say hurt him, I'll give like, so financially, say if we're trying to save money, right? And I need money, he's really good at doing the saving. I'm not. So I don't ask for much because I'm like, nah, he needs to save that. Like, he needs to save that. I don't want to take from him saving because I know the savings for the both of us and not just for him. So I'm like, no, I don't want to ask. But honestly, I just need to ask. Yeah. But I think I'm overly considerate. So I think the way that I express love is trying to be considerate of other people, trying to be understanding of other people. Like, I have this ability to, I feel like all people judge, yes, but I try my hardest to understand the other person's perspective or other person's like experience, and try not to, like, it's not always about me. It's not always about me. It's not always about how I feel. So I definitely try to consider the other person and try to understand the other person and be there as much as I can in whatever, shape or form, or if I have the power, whatever I have to give, I try to show up as much as I can. Now, I will say, he says he likes cooking. I do not. So I'm learning. Not that I don't know how to cook. I do know how to cook, but it's not like, I don't get joy from it, right? Like, I'm like, it's a chore. It's a chore. It's a task. It's something I have to do. Like, I have to feed our kids. I have to feed, him, myself. So it's not like a thing that I get joy from. And I think I just have to learn. And that's a part of the serving part, the acts of service. So like, he may serve in that way. My acts of service might be like something else. Yeah.
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 But for people watching, it's really good to cook. You gotta cook for your family. It's very, very important. So she's actually learning. I didn't even expect her to learn so fast the way she's learned so far.
Yeah, but to be honest, cooking makes more financial sense.
Exactly.
If you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
It definitely makes more financial sense. It's just always easier to grab something when you're on the go. But
Yeah.
I've suffered from doing that for so many years that I'm just like, yeah, I need to cook.
Yeah.
But I love that about him. So like always making sure that I eat. It's like, it may seem like a small thing to him, to some people, like, but honestly that means everything to me because I won't. Like, I'll make sure he eats, or I'll make sure the kids eat, or I'll make sure everybody else eats, and I will go hungry. I don't know what that is about, but pray for me. We're working on it. We're expecting, so I have to.
Exactly.
I have to eat. I can't not feed her. Yeah.
Yep. Let's move to the next question.
What traditions or values do you want to build in your family life? Love it. So many.
So many. It goes a long way from your background, from where you're coming from. Because family comes first in everything we do. Whatever we do today, family first. I always say that. So I want to be someone that my family look up to. I want to set a standard that my family would always follow, because you have to not just the things you say, how you do things, how you carry yourself, how you generally how you do things.
Yeah.
It goes a long way. Like I always tell you that our kids, not just when we tell them what to do, not just when we correct them, we can train our kids without even saying anything. They learn from what you do.
Actions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They learn by actions. I can say I love you, but I don't show that I love you.
Right.
It can't just be words alone. You have to show it. Like growing up, my dad, oh my goodness. My dad is someone that I learned so much from. His neatness, everybody knew him like, my dad never wore a rumpled clothes to anywhere. My dad would take his time, iron his clothes, arrange it for the next day. He always looked clean, always. So I want to set example like my dad set for me. I want to set example for my kids, for our kids, so that they will always represent wherever they are. They will stand out.
Yeah.
You understand? So background comes a long way with this. You have to know what you want in life and stand by it. Growing up, I had principles. As small as I was, I think that was in high school, I set principles for myself. How to, do things, how to do things that would affect me or encourage me personally growing up. Let me tell you one thing. I've never smoked in my life. That's part of my principle. There are principles I laid out. Not smoking was part of it. Not smoking was part of it. There are so many other principles that I still keep up till today. So when you've laid some principles to guide you, to help you in life, you want to bring that to your family as well. You want to make your family stand out. You want to encourage everybody nobody in your family to, do things a certain way that won't bring shame to the family, and, set a legacy that will last long. My dad is not here, but his legacy still lives. There are things I do, I say, oh my goodness, like, I remember my dad. You remember how I told you that growing up, we don't stay outside around 6 p.m.? Up till now, as a man that I am, there are some places I will be at. When it's getting late, I get uncomfortable. Like I want to go home. Not like I'm going home to do anything, but because of how I was trained, it's in me already. I just start feeling uncomfortable. I need to go home. You understand? So all those legacies, all those training go a long way. So, let me not say too much. Come in and help me out in, your own view. But
so values, honestly, the most important is God, or having a relationship with God. So I don't want to say religion or following a religion, but having a relationship with God I find most important, because that is what has gotten me through a lot of things in my past. As we, progress throughout this, our YouTube channel, I might, I might talk about it, right? I might be brave enough to speak on it. But there's definitely been some childhood trauma. And the one thing that has gotten me through was just having a relationship with Christ. So that's definitely a value that we want to maintain in our marriage, right? God first. God is the head. My husband, myself, the kids. And then making sure we have our own interrelationships with Christ. So like our own individual relationship, and then just Christ and as a whole within our marriage and within our family. So it's good for us to train our kids to how to have a relationship with Christ, because when we're not around, who are they going to lean on? Or who do we want them to lean on? Or who do we want that number one person to be that they confide in and go to for, direction and guidance and how to get through the hard stuff? So it definitely has helped me tremendously along my journey. And I feel like it has helped my husband as well along on his journey before us meeting each other. And honestly, God's the reason why we're together. So definitely instilling that in our kids and bringing that value into our household is so important. And like he said, the doing part. So we can preach God or preach the Bible or preach church, but if our actions are not showing that, our kids are going to be looking at us like, you're not even following the stuff that you're talking about, right? Exactly. So I'm going to piggyback off of what he said in terms of like actions. Actions are so important. Actions, I feel like, hold more weight than our words do. So that might be like a principle, right? So teaching our kids about the way that you show up and the way that you act and the way that you treat people matter more than your words. Because, most of the time it could just be ear service. Like you said, I can say that I love him, but am I showing that? I can say I'm going to help you, but do I do that? Right? Do I follow through on that? So actions are definitely important. God is important. Being emotionally mature is important. As becoming a therapist and learning about my own emotional immaturity that I've had, in the past, that is key. We are definitely responsible for training our children how to regulate their emotions.
Exactly.
So that being emotionally mature and teaching our children that is important. Teaching our children how to earn things and how to work for things. And not being lazy is important, right? Because I feel like entitlement is not always good. So teaching them the importance of working hard. What it's like to earn and work for stuff, because there's pride in when you yourself worked for something and earned something. Like you really feel good because it's like, I put X, Y, and Z into that and I earned that thing. So like it definitely matters in our household. I feel like there's so much that I can say and talk about. You know what I mean? But just being a good person.
Exactly.
Being a good person.
There's one thing my dad always said. He says, having a good name is better than having all the riches in life. If you don't have a good name, when you go out somewhere, they mention your name. I'm the son of so person. I'm the son of this, I'm the son of that. Your name rings a bell, like a positive bell. You understand? It goes a long way. My dad never jokes with that. He says, my name is one thing I can never do anything to tarnish. You know, exactly. So it's very important. Very, very important.
I said people will try to tarnish it, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes that can happen. But at the end of the day, like he said, people can say and speak, but his actions is showing that he is a good person. So if his actions are showing that, then people can say whatever they want,
Exactly.
because it's gonna show for itself.
Yes.
All right. So next question. How do you handle disagreements or conflicts? I feel like we talked about that earlier.
Yeah, we talked about that somehow. It's all about
not running away from the conflict or the disagreement.
Exactly.
So he doesn't avoid it. I don't avoid it. We might take time to process it. Right? Processing our emotions, our response, our reactions, processing of why it triggered us in that way. Mm-hmm. Right? Because that's important. Because sometimes we receive things through our own experience and our own shaded lens. So we can experience the same thing, but have a different take on it. Yeah. So it's important to understand why you're responding to something or why something triggered you, to have such a response. I think before sitting down and having a discussion and having a conversation, right? Because the most important thing you need to do when it comes to communication or resolving things is showing up to listen, to understand what your partner wants to say. Exactly. Not listening to defend yourself, not listening to prove your point, but listening to actually sit and understand what is it that he's trying to tell me. Because most of the time we're not trying to attack each other. Yeah. Right? And sometimes, miscommunication does happen. Disagreements do happen. And it could be it could be the smallest thing. The smallest thing. But sometimes if we're not careful and check ourselves and check our emotions, we can blow it up and turn it into something that it really doesn't need to go to, right? Yeah. So we can just check ourselves, check our emotions, and then come to the table and sit down and be like, hey, let's talk about this, and then come to common ground, come to a solution, and be able to move on. Because honestly, conflicts don't need to last forever.
Exactly.
And it doesn't need to ruin the mood for the whole entire day.
Yes, that's what I wanted to mention now. You don't allow any disagreement to last. Don't go to sleep with any disagreement. You have to resolve it before you go to sleep. Very, very important. No disagreement, no whatever issue you have should last more than a day before you go to bed. You have to resolve it.
Weeks, months.
Nah, letting issue linger doesn't help anybody. It keeps building up. You keep, bringing in things that don't really matter into the whole thing. So it's good to always resolve it as soon as possible. Yeah. Forget it and move on.
Absolutely.
Very, very important.
Because when you don't do that, right, it turns into bitterness.
Exactly.
And then you're being rude or disrespectful or mistreating your partner, and then you're constantly looking for something to be wrong, right?
Exactly.
So just waiting to be oh, look, you did it again. No, I don't want to live like that. I don't want to show up in my marriage like that. Honestly, I don't even like to be in that type of headspace. I like to feel at peace. I like my partner to feel at peace. It takes a lot of energy to hold resentment, to hold bitterness, to just wake up every day mad. No, I don't. Let's resolve it.
Yeah. Nobody has that time to,
Yeah, let's resolve it and move on.
Exactly. Apologize and we move on. Is how we do it.
And take accountability.
Take accountability. You know, if it's your fault, you apologize and we'll wave it and move on. I don't linger. I don't love things lingering. Nah, it doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
If you want to let it linger, that's on you. For me, I'm going to move on. I'm going to forget it and move on. That's me. I will move on and leave you behind. So you better be with me, stay with me. So and that's how we've been doing it. That's how
Leave me
it works
behind.
for us.
I don't think that's good advice, leaving me behind. No, I'm kidding. But I
Yeah,
know what he
that's
means when he says, so like, he's the type of person where he doesn't hold on to stuff, right?
yes.
And not that I hold on to stuff, but I think I take things so like, I don't want to say I take it so personally, but because I'm such an empath, I think I overthink situations and I always rake it into myself, and then I start feeling bad. Yeah, so that's, like he said, that's an internal thing. So if you're choosing to stay there, then you got to stay there by yourself.
Yeah.
And most of the time, it's not that I'm staying there by myself. Like I'm gonna pray through it. I'm gonna talk through it. I'm gonna get through it on my own or whatever. But that's my own individual work. Like I think I mentioned earlier, that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, he's pretty good with just like, oh, okay, and moving on.
Exactly.
Like he does not carry it.
I don't really let things bother me. There is so much to life that I would let a little conflict weigh me down. No.
I mean, looking at him like,
we
God,
talk
I wish
about
I could
it
do that.
and move on.
No, that's one thing that I like admire and love about him, because I just feel like, God, can you give me that ability, please? I feel like I care so much, and I think especially when it comes to myself. So maybe that is an insecurity or a fear. Going back to that question earlier, I don't ever want to hurt anybody, or be the cause for anybody's pain or anything. Like that's not a good feeling for me. But it happens. Like we're not perfect people, and I can't always be there or always show up in the way that I need to show up, because I'm human. I'm not God. I'm human. So I think that's the part that I just need to remember. Like, it's not your fault. You're not at blame. Like, basically holding the shame. That's the word. Don't hold on to the shame. Like he said, forgive, move on, and keep pressing. It's pointless to sit there and hold on to that for a long time.
Yep.
But yes, I enjoy that about him. Like, God.
All right. Next one.
Next question. What are your biggest aspirations for the future? Your biggest aspirations for the future?
Yeah,
Naturally is unnatural.
Everybody wants to make heaven at the end of the day. Doing things that pleases God, not doing things your own way. For me, I will bring family to it. Me, I want to see my family go places, like go be great in life. You understand?
Yeah.
I work towards achieving success for my family, making sure that we have the things we need, and just show up when I'm supposed to be there. And at the end of the day, God is the ultimate. So we have to do what we have to do to be on the right side of God. So we always try to do that. So for me, that's it.
Yeah. I have spiritual ones and natural ones, but sometimes I feel like the spiritual one definitely outweigh the natural ones, because I just always want to be in alignment with God. Like I don't want to be out of God's will. I just want to fulfill whatever purpose that He has created me to fulfill on this earth. So just making sure that, I'm not operating out of self. And moving and inviting God into the conversation and daily discussions, and just thanking Him every day. Naturally, because I do have them, so I'm not going to act like I don't have any natural aspirations for the future. I just want my family to be financially free. So when I say financially free, I'm not saying like rich. Like honestly, that stuff really don't matter. I could care less about being rich. I just want to be stable enough to the point where it's like I don't really have to worry. or like our needs are not being met. And honestly, whether we have a lot or don't have a lot, God is still meeting our needs. So I'm learning that too.
Yeah.
So that's why I said like it's a natural aspiration, because at the end of the day, God will provide, He will supply, and He will meet your needs. And He's definitely doing that with us, whether we have a little bit of money, whether we have a lot of money, whether we are, well off. God definitely will always show out whether we have or we don't have. But yeah, that's just a natural aspiration of mine. Yeah. And two, like, I think just building with Him.
Exactly.
Building with my husband and seeing him succeed and seeing him, live in his purpose and seeing him, fulfill and just be all of who God has created him to be, along with our children.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, that's a ministry. I don't believe that God has given us our kids for no reason. Like, definitely has given our kids for a reason. To, breathe life into them, to encourage them to, live life as, God has intended them to live their life. But yeah, that's my biggest aspirations for the future is to, we're just living in unity.
Exactly.
And on the same page.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So our next question under deepening the relationship, and this will be our last one for this section, is what's one habit you like to build together to strengthen your bond? I know what mine is.
Maybe it's the same thing. Praying together.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, sorry. Yes, that was mine.
Yeah, creating time to pray together, that's very, very important, because family that prays together
stays together.
Exactly. That bond is
that is so funny.
Yes.
No, that was my response, is praying, keeping prayer in our household. So whenever he's down, I know, how can you be there for your partner? I love prayer.
Yeah.
Prayer. When he's down, or when I know that he might be feeling a little heavier than usual, my brain instantly just all right, let me pray for him. And sometimes I don't think he notices it. I do pray for him a lot. But maybe he does notice it. I don't know. But I definitely do pray for him a lot, especially at nighttime. I feel like when we lay down and we're next to each other, I definitely do, release a prayer out into the atmosphere, not just for him, but, over our family, covering our whole family. But prayer is definitely important, guys.
Exactly. Very, very important. Once you have God center of what you do, you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah. If I'm angry, just pray for me.
Yeah.
If he's angry, I'm gonna pray God, get him. Say nah. There's no reason why I should be mad at me. Get him. Talk to him. Let him know, God. You laughing, but I'm so did God talk to you?
You reported me.
Oh God, that is funny. Okay, now our next section is building mutual understanding. I feel like we have that, guys. I feel like if anything, that is definitely something that we have started our relationship off with. I don't even want to say build with, but that's how we started in our relationship for sure. So what do you balance how do you balance individuality and togetherness?
How do you balance individuality and togetherness?
Individuality and togetherness. So how do we balance us being our own individuals and then also us being a unit?
Yes. We understand each other. We have this understanding about each other's personality, individuality, and it helps us in coming together to build together, to work together, because trust me, marriage is not a bed of roses. You have to have understanding, you have to, communicate always, you have to trust. So me as an individual, I try to, what I said before, I try to do things to better her life, while she does things to better my life, and together we are building without me not even thinking of my own self. She's covered me, I covers her. You understand? So it helps us to be together. I understand her, she understands me. She knows the things I don't like, I know the things she don't like. There are no-go area that we don't just go to help us stay strong and build together. So it's really important to understand each other, personality, and know what we want as a person, because we are a person of our own as well. Yeah. So you have to understand me, I have to understand you for us to be together to grow.
Yeah. And then I think just being like-minded. Like similar goals, similar values.
Exactly. Yes.
I think the Bible talks about being unequally yoked. So I, believe it or not, I feel like we're similar in so many ways. We value a lot of the same things, which I think, and our personality is a little bit similar too. I feel like, obviously we're individuals, we have our own separate things too, but there's so much I feel like that we do have in common, especially when it comes to like personality traits. And I thank God for it. So like building, like balancing individuality and togetherness. I allow him to be an individual because I know that he's an individual. So I don't expect him to meet every need. I don't expect him to always show up for everything, always be there for everything, to come when I call him. We both have jobs. We both have these responsibilities. So I just allow him to be an individual. And then communication is important. So if it's something that's really important to me and I want him to be there, I'll just tell him. But if it's I'm like, hey, can you show up to this? No. I'm like, okay. I understand, right? Like I understand why you can't always show up or can't always be there, and vice versa with me. And he also allows me to be an individual. So if I want to go hang out with my friends, or if I want to go do this or do that thing, and he knows that he may not be able to because of work or for whatever reason, go ahead, babe. But you want to know what he does do? Check in and make sure that I'm good and I'm okay. Yep. Vice versa. And it's not like check in, like being nosy and being controlling, but it's more like just want to make sure that you're good. Just want to let you know that you're on my mind. Just want to let you know that I am thinking about you. Wish I could be there type of thing. And I can't. So me checking in is me letting you know, like I'm there with you in spirit type of thing. But yeah, so, and then the togetherness part is just being there, or showing up for events. So like showing up for the family stuff, or showing up for this together, or supporting him on, his endeavors, supporting me on my endeavors. But again, not being upset or taking it so personally if he is unable to, or if I'm unable to, if we don't have the capacity, or if there's something else or some other thing that is preventing us from doing that, like being understanding and not like getting upset with him because he didn't show up when I expected him to, and vice versa. So I think that's how we balance individuality and togetherness.
Yep.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. What's your love language, and how can your partner speak it better?
I think it relates to the other and what we answered before.
Acts of service.
Acts of service, showing kindness.
Words of affirmation. What about physical touch?
That's it too.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's actually it. Showing that you care, showing that being there for each other. Making sure that, you're there. Giving assurance like, I am here. Yeah. You understand? Exactly. So.
And how can your partner better speak it better? He does. I feel like he's not falling short in anything. And if I need him to show up more as it pertains to love languages, I'll just communicate that. And then he'll fix it, change it, show up, correct it, whatever. And I hope he feels vice versa for me. I want to speak for him. What's a compliment you've always wanted to hear?
compliment I've always wanted to hear.
Never thought about it.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Compliment.
But I don't think I've ever thought about it.
Compliment, I think, would it be like someone showing appreciation of something? Maybe you did something for someone and they show appreciation for it.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that helps for me. It helps me to do more. When you compliment me on something that I did, it softens my heart to do more
of it. Yeah.
So it makes me feel good.
Okay, I agree with that. That's a good question, y'all.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever really expect compliments from people, right? So I'll start there. I don't expect compliments, but if it does happen, it does feel good.
Yeah.
For sure. I know, I hope he's okay with me sharing this, but the other day, he was like, it's not funny. You don't say, I miss you anymore. So I do, I say I miss you when I'm away from him a lot. I say I love you throughout the day. Sometimes I feel like it might be a little overkill. But that's because I do, I really do miss him when I'm away from him, and I really do love him, every day, all day. Even when I'm upset with him, I still love him anyway. He makes it so hard for me not to love him, which is a good thing. But he expressed that, and I didn't even know, that was something that he was even looking forward to, or was making an impact or anything. I just it's just me. I love you, I miss you, babe. So when he said that, I was like, dang, you're right, I haven't been saying.
Yeah.
So he enjoys that, and he just let me know that's something that I do love. And basically was don't stop doing that. But yeah, so I guess stuff like that is important. And honestly, I wasn't expecting to hear that, but it did feel good, because that lets me know oh, okay, that does matter. And he it's not getting on his nerves.
Yeah. It's always appreciated when you express how you feel about someone, how you feel about your partner.
Yeah.
Even if sometimes he might sound like he might act like he's not feeling it, or he's not. He's feeling every bit of it.
Yeah.
When you stop, he will notice it. So it's really important to always be expressive. Always let your partner know how much you care about them, how much you want them. It's a nice thing to do. So always be there to show your partner, I love you, I want you, I miss you. Is nice.
Yeah. And then our last question, guys, of the night, for building mutual understanding. What can be improved in your physical relationship? Oh, I have one.
Go first.
I feel like we're so busy. All the time. And it takes away from us spending more time with each other. And when I say spending more time, obviously when we're home, we're spending time. But I think trying to find time and make more effort to, I'll say, date more. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
To just do things together outside of the home.
Yes. Make our time to hang out, go out, eat out sometime, go for games, vacation, go out. Remember the time that I said we're just going to go lodge in a hotel for 2-3 days and just chill, have fun, spend time, forget about whatever that is going on in this life, in this world, and just have fun. So I think we need that to always know that life is short. We got to live this life. We got to have to enjoy it. So we need to make out more time to hang out, to do things for ourselves. So,
Yeah, and it's not that that's lacking. So talking about mutual understanding. We have this mutual understanding. We both work very hard, and it's because we have some goals and things that we're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be time for that. And we know that we're going to like make time for that, but I think our brain like right now is like so like tunnel vision and focused on like some of the goals that we're trying to achieve by a certain time. So it's like we gotta hunker down, save our cash,
Mm-hmm.
and focus on that. And we do an amazing job doing that. So don't get it twisted. Like we have no problem like sacrificing or building with each other or doing what we need to do to achieve our family goals. But I think to remember to not get so caught up in that we don't make time to enjoy each other outside of our home. Because I do enjoy spending time with him in the home. I do, but I also enjoy our outside of the home moments for sure.
Yeah.
So making sure that we can improve that, but too, like we have a mutual understanding that it's just we're saving and building right now. And that definitely is going to come. Trust and believe. This pretty much wraps it up for our, relationship topics and discussions for today. I hope that us having, I'm going to call it like a panel discussion, us, asking these questions in this way encourages you guys to kind of sit down and do the same within your relationships. You know what I mean? Because having these conversations definitely creates a deeper bond.
Mm-hmm.
And ensures both partners feel heard, appreciated, and understood in their relationship. So when you actually sit down with your partners and have discussions like this, right, honestly, you grow deeper.
Exactly.
You appreciate them even more because now they're expressing things and I'm expressing things and talking about it. Now, you don't have to do it in this setting in front of, an audience of people, but I definitely do encourage you to sit down and have these conversations in private because it definitely...
it helps you to bond.
Yeah, I loved it. I'm not even going to lie. Like, even though I'm nervous to be here with you guys in front of a camera, putting myself out there, I definitely enjoyed this conversation and this discussion with my amazing husband. Yeah. God knew what he was doing with this one. And I thank God so much for him. I do.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do.
He's been a blessing to my life, and yeah.
We're blessings to each other. We're meant for each other. So
yeah.
So guys, it's just to encourage you to always try to have deep, intimate discussions with your partner. It will help you to build, it will help you to connect, it will help you to bond.
Yeah.
We are here, all we want to preach is love. Love goes a long way in our life, in our society. We can't do anything without love. So this is what we have for you today. We trust us, a lot is coming. We're going to bring more spicy discussions, more,
Are we?
Exactly. We're going to be giving advice, helping you grow in your relationship, helping you connect.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
I believe that what we're doing right now is definitely God using us to give back, to encourage other people to keep going. We both had, a history, like a dating history, and we didn't meet each other until later on in our lives. But God is able. God is able, and we just want to share our experience. We want to share our knowledge as it pertains to, relationships, and just want to help other people and encourage other people and let them know that your person is out there, your partner is out there. And if you have a partner already, God is able to come in and fix it, change it, do whatever he needs to do to make it a loving and successful marriage for you. And I pray that this encourages somebody, even if it only touches one person, and helps one person. That's enough. So that's it for today. We thank you for joining us, and please do not forget to like, to share, to subscribe. If you liked what you heard here today, if you resonate with what you heard here today, and you want to encourage somebody else, don't be afraid to do so. Thank you, and can't wait to see you again on our next episode.
Yep. You have a great time. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.